Anyway, this is hearing about Peru, volunteering in Peru with SwimTayka. So, this is just a nice little snapshot of the area. You won't be on the rocks teaching, but it is a beautiful area. And so, when you're not teaching, there's definitely a lot for you to explore, a lot of other things that you can experience in your free time as well. So, a little quick overview of SwimTayka. I'm sure you all already know this, but just to, for consistency's sake, what SwimTayka does is provide free swimming lessons and drowning prevention education to underprivileged children who live in risky places near large bodies of water. And so, here's some of the whys of why we do it. It's because 236,000, is that right? I mix up my numbers sometimes. Thank you.
Yep.
Annual deaths occur to drowning, which is a absolutely huge number, especially when you factor in the fact that 50% is people under 25, and the younger you go, kind of the higher the risk is, and that's why we target a very young demographic so that hopefully we can help save them then and then for the rest of their lives. It's actually at the moment the 5th leading cause of death for children 1 through 4, and then it's still top 10 for that under 25 area. And these are the kinds of statistics that we're pulling from the World Health Organization. So this is all stuff that if you wanted to look more into it, it's really easy to find. There is a ton of information out there and lots of recommendations on how to combat this, because it's one of the most preventable deaths that there is. Like, there is a solid, clear way to reduce these numbers, and that's what we're trying to do in teaching kids how to swim. So here's just a little snapshot. We're talking about Peru specifically today, which you are all interested in, and hopefully we'll all be seeing each other there, or at least seeing Liz there, who will be there the whole time, so she gets to see everybody. Here is a few pictures of the pool. It is an outdoor pool, but it's really nice, as you can see, and the little walls on the side. As Allison said, she thought that maybe it was indoor, but that's because I think sometimes in the angles it does look like it's indoors. So because it's outdoors, that means that if there is, some really bad weather like a storm, you won't be teaching that day. But that honestly doesn't happen that often, and so I would not worry about that if I was you. Here's just sort of another picture of it. So you've got the pool and then you've got the space around it, and it would be the volunteers in the pool with the kids. Another one, so you probably know lots about swimming already and how to do it. But we use different tools such as what are they called? The surf pad float things. Anyway, lots of and lots of pool noodles as well, because most of these kids are really starting from the ground up. They don't know how to swim, they don't know how to float, they don't know how to be in the water. So we use the tools to help them gain confidence, and then as their time progresses throughout these lessons, they should be able to float and at least survival swim on their own. They don't have to be marathon racers or Olympians. They just need to stay above the water. Also,
float to live, right?
Yes. There will be opportunity to go to the beach with the children. Generally, there's a little day excursion. You won't really be teaching in the open water, but it's good experience for the kids to practice in kind of the relevant body of water that would be the main threat to them. And then there's also a surfing school that it has close ties with the Otracosa Network, which is our partner program there. So the surf school has close ties. That means that the kids can kind of get to experience a little bit of surfing. You might be able to experience a little bit of surfing because this is a really, really popular area for that kind of thing. So most of you started this process, well on your way in this, but just to kind of quickly reiterate the sort of next steps and how to join, registering interest on our website. I think you've all probably done that, well beyond that. Then reserving your volunteer or filling out the reserve volunteer slot form. That helps you pick which 2 weeks that you want to go out, and then basically just claim it as your own. And that's you committing to go to those 2 weeks. We do a 2-week minimum of volunteering, but if you wanted to stay longer, I think a few of you have, as I already mentioned, Liz will be there the whole time as our ambassador. So if you did want to stay longer, we can make that work as well. Just sort of, Allison?
If you stay longer, do you have to stay another 2 weeks, or can you stay another 1 week?
It doesn't have to be 2-week increments. So yeah, okay. It could just be another week. The cost goes up a little bit to just sort of cover the further accommodation, meals type of things. But kind of the rest of it, like it only goes up proportionally is what I'm trying to say. So once you reserve your slot, there is another form, but this one takes all your details such as your emergency contact, your background check, your two professional references, and all of your contact details. It's all pretty straightforward though as well, and if you ever have questions, you can always ask me. Then the next step is setting up your fundraising page on Just Giving. This will be how you collect the fundraising that you need to do for the program. It is also very easy to do, but I can also hop on a call, walk you through it if it's a little bit unclear in any way, because it is confusing to some people. So if it's confusing to you, don't feel bad about it. I've been on lots of calls step by step with people. And then you'll basically book your flights and start getting ready to go. There will be a safeguarding course that we send you at a certain point that does need to be completed before you go, but it's probably similar to something you've done before. It'll only take a few hours. Easy breezy. Oh, I'm wrong. There we go. So, to kind of summarize what you need to volunteer with us is swim experience, specifically knowing how to swim, preferably, but any swim teaching, any other kid teaching, just sort of the relevant experience that you might need, and that can encompass a lot of things. If you have a swim qualification or certification, all the better. If you don't, we can still work with that. If you want to get one, we also welcome that. You will need a DBS check. Sorry, I knew there was something on this slideshow I needed to fix, and now I'm realizing it's all the number ones because
they're all a priority.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Exactly. It's fine. I'll probably forget before I use it again anyway. So DBS check, or equivalent background check, for those who are not in the UK, and commitment to at least 2 weeks of volunteering, as we've already kind of discussed, 2 professional references. So generally the way that you can do it is you will put in your reference's name and contact details into the volunteer application form, and then I will reach out to them. I have a template that I can send them, but if they also want to just sort of freehand their response, that's fine too. The real requirement is that they need to be professional references rather than personal references. So, not family, friends, neighbor, but coworkers, mentors, professors, that kind of thing. Whether or not it's someone current or someone you've, worked with in the past, just something that's not, I don't know, your best friends you've known since kindergarten, which I'm sure has lots of valuable things to say about you, but also, how do I know you didn't like bake them a cake just to say that about you, that kind of thing.
Can't cook.
Well, that solves that one.
Can't cook, yeah.
And then the last thing you need is just enthusiasm and passion for teaching, which I'm sure you all have, otherwise you wouldn't be here.
Yep.
So now is the time you can ask any questions that you may have. Or not.
Well, you know me, I've always got a question.
Yeah, go on.
We're looking into it, and we don't think we need a visa to go there. Have you got people out there from Britain at the moment? We don't need a visa, we don't think, but you have to possibly fill out a form on entry, a passport.
Mm-hmm.
These forms invariably say, what's the purpose of your visit? So do we put holiday, or do we put volunteering, or do we put...
you would put holiday or visiting.
Holiday or visiting, yeah. Okay, thank you. That's it.
Can I ask a question? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I missed the introductions at the beginning. So obviously I know Liz and I've met Alice and I know you, Ash, but who's Sarah? Sorry, Sarah, who are you?
Hi, Sarah. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Sarah. I live in the United States in North Carolina. And I just kind of did some research. I have a lot of aquatic experience. And I currently do teach swim lessons. So
in Peru, yes?
In the United States in North Carolina.
So you're a volunteer.
Yes, so this is my volunteer interest for Peru, yes.
Okay, right.
I didn't know you lived in North Carolina, though. That's where I'm from.
Really? No way. That's cool.
Anyway, so the rest of these people are also all English Channel swimmers with SwimTayka. Liz is for 2026, but Allison and Claire are both 2025, right?
About to do it, really. 3 weeks away. Hopefully.
Same day.
3 days?
The same day. We're both on the 17th of August.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you're both on the same tide window.
Well, that's what they do. They book 2 lots. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at one point we had 3 or 4 boats in the same time window. That was kind of a crazy week.
Yeah. I bet. Yeah. So Sarah will get you signed up in no time to be swimming the channel.
Yes, I know. That sounds very cool.
Yeah. Do you ladies have any indication as to when you might be joining me as far as dates wise, or is everything still kind of up in the air at this point?
Well, I'll speak first. I'm vaguely unsure because recently my life might be changing quite dramatically, and I might be moving from a place in the south of England to Dorset in the west of England. Now, it all depends on whether this house purchase goes through. So I think at the moment it's definitely looking like, for me, I've put down dates already for the middle of January, with the possibility of staying on for another couple of weeks, because I'm really interested in working with this other organisation as well and maximising my time out there. I'm not a swim teacher, but I'm a nurse and a lifeguard, and I've done lots of work with an expedition company in the UK called British Exploring Society. So I'm really curious to know about what otra cosa, Spanish for what other things, is it? What does
everything
it mean?
else?
Or
anything else?
Yeah. And also, does that matter that I haven't got any Spanish?
You'll be fine.
I speak Italian.
You'll speak Spanish by the time you leave.
Okay.
Or enough to get by.
You've also got plenty of time to do some practice if you want to.
Or to learn Spanish.
Yeah, loads of
there is
free
a really
lessons
great
out there.
app out of the UK called Memrise that's really good for Spanish. And it's a free app.
Yeah, Duolingo is quite good.
Okay, yeah, I don't like Duolingo personally, but yeah, I like the one from the UK, Memrise. Yeah.
But dates-wise, yeah, I'll have to liaise with Ash as well, and you.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Yeah. What about you, Alison? Any?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got family trying to decide when they're going to visit. So, and it looks like January's risky. So I would definitely be looking at February.
Okay. And Sarah, do you have an indication of when you might pop in?
I was looking at the beginning of January, I guess, for those dates, but I'm pretty open to anything. I'm very flexible, so I just need to look into it a little bit more.
Yeah, awesome. That sounds great. And Ash, what opportunities or availability is there to do other things with the organization other than teaching swimming?
Yes, very good point that I forgot to mention, so thank you for bringing it up. Ocean runs a few other programs as well, so the swimming would only take part of your time during the day, but they also there's an environmental class which does coincide with the swimming, I think, a fair bit, so you may be in on that anyway. There's also English classes, there's like a women's group, there are a lot of other volunteering opportunities that you can access if you want to, but it's not mandatory. You can go and only teach swimming, and that's fine, but if you find that maybe your days are a little bit lacking, you want to fill them up with something else, there's other things that you can do there as well, and they would be more than happy to have you join them.
Mm-hmm. And can I ask about accommodation for the volunteers that are coming? What is there for setup for them?
I think at this point you might have better info on that than me. If you want to share about it.
Well, I have bits and pieces. I don't have the whole framework yet, but there are opportunities for shared accommodation, or single accommodation with like a shared kitchen, or you can live with a family in the area as well. There's families get some remuneration from Otra Costa, which helps them in their day-to-day living, having someone come and stay in their home. So there are a few different options. I haven't gotten it clearly defined from Juani as to how many single units, shared units, family units there are available, and that's something I'll reach out to her again and see if I can get some clarification on that.
Can you say again, so a single unit is in a property with a shared kitchen. What's a shared accommodation, please?
Well, I think there's again, I need to get clarification, but I think there's an opportunity to like 2 beds in one room in a common ground facility where you're sharing the kitchen. I don't know about private or shared bathrooms. Like I say, I need to get some further clarification about what there is available.
Sounding a bit like students' accommodation at the moment. Okay.
All right.
This hostel stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Look forward to hearing more on that one.
Yeah, and I'll report in with everyone once I get some further clarification on what there is that's actually available. Last time I spoke with Juani, she was just kind of gathering what there was going to be for this year, and she didn't have anything written in stone yet.
Yeah,
but it sounds like there's a few different options for people.
There are some different options, and the availability of them always depends on how many people will be there. which also can apply to volunteers who are going to them but aren't going with SwimTayka. Like maybe they're not going for the swim program, they're going for one of the other ones. But the accommodation that's available to them, is the same kind of accommodation available to you. But we at SwimTayka, like, we don't know if there or how many external volunteers there would be. So we also can't predict how, I don't know, competitive the space might be. That's not the right word because it's not competitive and everybody has a space. But I guess how, I don't know, open all the options are, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It said in the print somewhere that the travel time to the swimming pool was like 45 minutes. That seems quite a long way away to me.
It sounds, yes, a ways. That again, though, might depend on, if you're staying in one of the more kind of established accommodations or if there's a family that's closer kind of thing. But either way, you will be picked up from your accommodation to go to the pool and then taken back to your accommodation. So the actual getting to and fro is not something that you need to worry about.
Okay, thanks. It will be useful when we're selecting accommodation if we were to know where it was first.
Understand.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay.
One other thing. I don't know if you know, Ash. Is there any need for lessons for adaptive swimmers, like children who maybe have sensory issues or autistic or that type of thing, which they wouldn't be enrolled in a class with children who didn't need additional care? Do you know if that's a need that Ronnie has identified to you or not?
For Peru specifically, I have not heard much on that front.
Okay.
It is kind of always, like, the program's always, if they could do it, they would want to, but I don't know if they have that kind of ability at this time.
Well, I'll broach that subject with Wani then. I mean, that's something that I do here at home is I teach adaptive swimming and I teach in our schools, our educational assistants care for whoever the child is that they have are responsible for in their school program. They bring them to the pool, but I have a program where I actually teach the EAs how to approach and teach children who need adaptive swim lessons as well, which is very different from what would be our regular swim program. Yeah.
Can I ask quickly, who's Wani? I missed the beginning.
Sorry, I was just about to say that.
Okay.
For those of you who are not our ambassador, Wani is the director of OCN. So she's the one kind of on the ground in Peru, like managing the stuff there, or one of the ones doing that. They've got a whole great team. But she's the one that is kind of our closest line.
Connection.
Yeah.
She's our direct line to all that is. And isn't she married to a fellow from the UK, and it's kind of their NGO that they've put together?
I think his name is Peter.
I thought it was Henry. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It's definitely not Henry, but yes, she is.
Isn't that funny? I've not spoken or contacted him at all, so.
I know sometimes they are in the UK, especially Wani, because she has been able to come to our gala dinners occasionally.
Oh, okay.
And so, if any of you are going to our gala dinner in November, she might be there. I'm saying that as like a little teaser that you should go to the gala, but also in the fact I genuinely don't know if she'll be there this year or not.
Okay. When is the gala dinner?
Believe
November
it's-
what?
I think it's the 28th, if that's a Saturday. And we will have some more information going out about that specifically soon.
Okay.
Not likely to be before then, though, is it, the gala dinner? Because I've come across this before, and you book a holiday, having done your swim and think, yes, go on holiday, and then you find out there's a gala dinner. That happened to me before.
Yeah.
It's not likely to be any sooner than that because there's people got to organise it. Okay.
So,
Alrighty.
yeah, do we have any other questions before we go?
No.
Does anyone have any questions that they are thinking that they would like me to put forward to Wani about anything? You don't have to come up with it right now, but if you think of something, just fire me off either a WhatsApp or an email, and I'll get that in my email to her, which I'll probably send on Monday. So you've got a few days to kind of put some thoughts down and things that you would like answers to, whether it's like, what is there for grocery shopping, or, you know, whatever your needs may be.
That's a good question. You put that down.
And yeah, and I'll try and get those answers from her, and I'll CC you on that as well, Ash.
Okay.
And you mentioned that food is provided when we're there. Was that kind of like local food? I wonder what sort of food that is.
Yeah, so my kind of general understanding is breakfast is like the house that you're staying in will have breakfast food that you can go get. Granola, yogurt, toast, I don't know,
Okay,
breakfast
so yeah.
things. And then dinner is, I think, gotten from local like restaurants or food places. And then lunch is, you can kind of say, you know, breakfast toast, make like a sandwich to take with you to the pool, because that's kind of the time that you would be there. And Wani might also be able to say whether or not there are places near the pool that you could go get lunch at, because I'm not sure on that part.
Okay, I'll put that to her as well. And then I believe that we're on our own for meals on the weekend. Is that correct, Ash? So our meals are just covered Monday to Friday?
I'm going to be completely honest, I don't actually know that.
Okay, there's another question. What days? Okay. Okay. Anyway, for everyone, if you do come up with some other things, just fire me off, like I say, the email, and I'll be sending it to Wani, and you know, start getting some clarity on a few things, and yeah, we'll go from there.
So the question then is, did you say no meals at the weekend? That implies we're not in school at the weekend. We're not in the pool.
Correct.
That was my understanding. Correct.
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. Okay.
So you can go surfing on the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't really care.
How about you can go and watch the surfing on the weekend?
Yeah,
Is the
that's more
swimming
like
pool far from the built-up towny area? Is it in the main area, or is it in a local area, or is it in the city? Or
Sorry, what was the first part of your question?
The swimming pool that we'll be teaching at, is that in the city area, or is it like out in the beachy area away from the main built-up area, or has anyone been there?
No, if you actually Google the address, it's quite residential by the looks of it.
Have we got? Okay, here's the address.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the programs that we work with, the pools that they use are privately owned, but the owners are gracious enough to allow these lessons to take place in them.
So if it's a privately owned sort of pool, it's likely to be in a reasonably privately owned area, sort of not the back streets or anything. How do you politically correctly put that?
I'll send out an email to you guys with the Google link and the map that comes up. And then you can kind of do this. Well, they don't really have a street view, but there's a satellite view and then the regular Google Maps view, and then you can kind of have a wander around and, see what's there. So I'll fire that off to you as well.
Brilliant. Has anyone from SwimTayka actually been up there?
We have previous volunteers, but I have not. I believe Brian has been there.
Well, get him on the screen. Okay.
He's got too much to do.
Yeah.
But we should, at some point as well, before going out, I'm going to try to get Wani on a call as well, so that that will be a good opportunity to ask her any other questions you might have. That probably won't be the next call or the soonest call, but you should have an opportunity to speak with her and kind of meet her directly before actually going out.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you.
So any questions that you may have, please email me or Liz. If you don't have Liz's contact info, email me to get it.
They all have it. I've been chatting with them all.
I thought so, but just in case.
Yeah.
So Claire, are you going to stick to the dates you've got, or are you going to move them later on into February, or are you indecisive?
The thing is, Alison, I'm really not sure until I know what's happening with the house.